So just taking some time to allow your body to settle and rest. And begin to feel through the skin of the back body, sensing your body's connection to the ground. And we're allowing the weight of the body. It may help to visualize the earth underneath you. Maybe even the planet and your position on the planet. And inviting your body now to let go of whatever it's holding on to. As we go and explore the inner landscape. The inner landscape of your body. So bring your attention to the toes. And begin to travel down into the feet. As if the feet themselves were like a country that you've never been to, and you're curious to visit all the different areas. And travel up into the ankles. Up through the landscape of the lower legs. Sensing and feeling into the knees. The little crevices of space between the knee joints, under the kneecap. The kneecap like a mountain. And they go up through the thighs. This vast landscape of your thighs. Sensing and feeling into the flesh of the bottom, hips, and sensing and feeling into the layers of tissue around the pelvic floor. Anus, perineum, genitals, Get a sense here for the back of the pelvis resting on the earth. And travel down into the bow, into the deep well of the pelvis. Sensing and feeling into your deep waters. And then travel up through the garden of the intestines. Sensing and feeling into the organs under the diaphragm. Getting a sense for the great dome that is your diaphragm itself. Then traveling up into the heart. Getting a sense of the spaciousness at the heart. Spaciousness at the lungs. Can you drop the weight of your shoulders? Letting go of anything you're holding on to in your shoulders. And travel with your attention now down the arms, down the forearms, into the hands, allowing the weight of the hands and fingers. Sense and feel into your throat. Sense and feel your jaw, teeth. Sense and feel your two eyes. And sense and feel your brain. And then expanding your attention to the whole landscape of your body. Whole body landscape. And take a moment to observe the weather of sensation. What is arising? What sensations are passing? be they mental, emotional, or just rumblings, storms, storm clouds passing over the landscape, or sunshine. And also now watching for your breath. As if you were watching the flow, maybe the flow of water coming in to the landscape. And you're watching and feeling for where it reaches its peak and pools, pauses. And then watching the flow out. Noticing the pause. Before the flow comes back in again. This is a real skill, just watching your breath without trying to do anything to it at all. Just watching it. With a sense of curiosity. Now bring your attention to the belly. Not just the outer belly, but the contents of the belly. And as you inhale, relaxing the contents. And just notice what happens. Watching the belly empty, drop as you exhale. Each inhale, relaxing the contents of the belly. And this helps to invite the breath to deepen. But we're not forcing. It's almost as if the tide is coming in, and breath by breath, we travel deeper into the pelvis, relaxing further and further down. Noticing the actions that aid the exhalation. What happens naturally in the belly as you exhale? So keep traveling deeper towards the pelvic floor. So not just relaxing your belly, your guts, but also the pelvic floor, all the layers of tissue. Genitals, perineum, anus. And you may begin to notice a rising up, an internal rising up as you exhale. Inviting the breath deeper. Be patient. The mind can want to push. So just relaxing, allowing the breath. And I love this breath. I think it's one that's really useful in these stressful times. It really helps to calm us. And you may notice how relaxing your guts. It's almost like you're massaging your guts simply by breathing. You're really activating those deep core breathing muscles by relaxing on the inhale. So I'd like for you to return to this breath again and again throughout the practice. But for now, can you expand your attention to the toes? And with your inhale, gently drawing the toes just a little bit back towards the knees. And softly pointing your toes with the exhalation. And we'll just keep going in that rhythm for now. Inhale, drawing toes softly back towards the knees, noticing sensations in your feet. Exhale, pointing your toes. And maybe with each breath, the movement gathers a little bit of momentum. So we open the feet, spreading your toes as you draw the toes back towards the knees. And as you exhale, pointing the toes a little bit more. What do you feel in your ankles? As you inhale, drawing the little toe side edge of your foot up towards the ear, maybe pressing out through the ball of the feet, the big toe joint. Exhale, pointing like a ballerina. And then without moving your heels, can you turn the soles of the feet towards each other? Keep that rhythm going. Inhale, drawing back. Reaching little toes up. Exhale, point and face the soles towards each other. And then we'll begin to move the knees. So the next time you exhale, pointing the toes, sliding the heels in towards the bottom. And you're sliding along the little toe side edge of the feet. Bring the knees towards each other then. And as you inhale, you slowly slide the legs until they straighten. So keep that rhythm going. Exhale, point. Face the soles of the feet towards each other. And slowly draw in. Inhale, spreading feet away. And see if you can keep the flow. Exhale, drawing in, knees wide. Inhale, knees together. Send heels wide. Couple more breaths. Exhale to draw in. And inhale to slide out. The next time you exhale to draw in, bring your knees in over the chest, over the belly. Hands heavy on the knees. And we're just going to go for a Panasana cycle. So as we exhale and the belly empties, softly draw the knees in. You may feel your chocolate biscuit there, but hopefully it's okay. Inhale, straighten the arms, let the belly fill. Exhale, empty the belly and allow the thighs to drop into that space. And just keep going in that rhythm for another couple of breaths, moving slowly. And it's the breath here that's really moving the body. So you're breathing deep down into the pelvis, the knees rise. And as we empty from deep in the pelvis, as we breathe out, the thighs can drop deeper. And it's such a gentle way to start, but it's so powerful, this cycle of movement, this vinyasa. Exhale, draw. Okay, now the next time you're in, let's put the right leg down. And we're going to straighten the left. And we're just going to open up the back of the legs here, okay? So if I straighten the bottom leg, I can feel here a little bit of a stretch in the back of my left thigh. So I'm going to back it away. So just notice what you feel very much in the back of your thigh. Can you back the leg away and relax the muscle here as much as you can? And then as you exhale, draw in until you feel a sort of a bit of a stretch here, a stretchy feeling in the back of the thigh. And it'll be slightly different for everybody. The leg is straight. Leg is pointing straight up. Inhale, back off. That's it. We keep it straight. Relax. And then exhale, draw in. Use your hands if you need to, but you're not pulling the bejesus, if you know what I mean, out of the leg. It's soft and you're noticing with your attention. So a couple more with your own breath. Relax as you inhale and exhale to draw in. You may need to keep the leg really straight to get that feeling of stretch in the back of the thigh, or you might need to bend the knee a little bit. So last one here, and maybe the next time you draw the leg in, can you hold it for a minute? Hold the leg in that position, not for a minute, for a breath. Inhale. And fully exhale. Lovely. And then we'll bring it down and simply change it up. Okay, so moving softly with the breath will really allow you to go deeper into the tissue. So I'm straightening my right leg and it feels different from the left. I'm going to inhale to back off and relax it, and exhale to draw in. Inhale to relax it. So really consciously bringing my attention to the back of the leg and asking it to relax. Exhale, draw in. Just going to the edge of that stretchy feeling. Inhale, relax. Exhale to draw in. And maybe a couple more. Inhale, relaxing. And I'm kind of unscrewing the leg, if you can see. That helps me to relax it. I don't know if it works for you. Maybe you want to give it a shake or a jiggle. And maybe the next time then you draw the leg in, just hold it for a breath. Inhale and then exhale fully. And then inhale, drop the leg down. Okay, so one more thing. We're going to just strengthen the inner thighs. Now, there's two ways we could do this. We could do it with the soles of the feet. Let's do it like with the soles of the feet together. I'm just resting my head in my hands because it feels nice. You can have your hands wherever you like. Soles of the feet together, knees wide, and you're relaxing the inner thighs. Now, if we inhale, draw the knees about an inch towards each other, and then exhale, relax away. And we're going to keep going in that rhythm. So inhale, draw the knees a little closer towards each other. And then exhale, relax, relax, relax. Keep it going. So each time you inhale, you bring the knees maybe a little bit more, a little bit closer, maybe another inch. And move nice and slowly. Letting go, letting go, letting go. The exhale. Moving slow, paying attention on the inhale. And you may find that you're getting a tremor here. I certainly am. My legs go blah, 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 blah. And I like that sensation, I have to say. But if you don't like that sensation, if you are feeling a tremor, feel free just to stop and shake out your legs or stamp your feet. So this is a charging of the legs. Bringing the knees a little bit closer. Exhale to relax. And now when I'm inhaling, I can feel that my knees are really coming quite close to each other. There's a whole lot of shaking going on for me. Can't really explain why that happens. And maybe you're not feeling that at all. Maybe it's an energetic charge. So I'm drawing my knees all the way together now and exhaling, relax out. And last breath, inhaling all the way together, nice and slow. And now you might want to stamp out the feet. Now maybe give the soles of the feet a rub together. Right, wake up the soles of the feet, maybe with your hands. My feet are often cold. And wake up and say hello to each one of my toes. Hello, feet. How are you? How's it going? Okay. You might want to shake out or unscrew the legs. And we're simply going to come up to sitting then with a little rocky rolly. Oh, I see some nice bicycle pedaling going on there. So have a little fun with your rock and roll. And of course, if this doesn't feel good, please roll to the side to come up. I always love the weight in my spine. Be careful of your neck. And you can play with, whoo! You can play with the Mission Impossible roll, coming up to stand, going back down. Yeah. The lovely chargy feeling for me. I'm going to put my folded up mat or blanket on the top of my mat. And my 2 feet, right? So allowing them to play the piano. Can your feet play the piano? Right? I'm always working with my feet because some of my toes are still not communicating very well, not moving very well. It's taken years and years of work to get them working like this. I'm always talking to my feet, lifting and spreading the toes. And now you might circle at the knees. Right? Get some movement through your ankles. I don't know what kind of dance this is. It feels like we're doing some sort of traditional dance. Okay. I'm just sensing how the weight transfers through the feet. Right? Changing direction of your circle. Listening all to the clicks of your joints. And then follow the pathway of weight up the bones of the legs. I just feel like shaking my tail. Right? Shake your tail side to side. Or maybe doing a bit of a tail circle in one direction and then the other. God, that feels good. Pelvis now. Can you find the weight of the pelvis? Some of you are having great crack with that. Weight of the pelvis over the heels. Notice how your feet adapt to that. Right, weight down through the heels. Can you find the weight of the spine? Head over pelvis, heels. So lining up your bones, and shrugging the shoulders a little bit. Yeah. Finding the spine there behind the heart. Okay, so we're simply going to inhale now and come off heels. And exhale slowly down. Maybe bend the knees a little bit. Inhale. Off we go, off the heels. Exhale, slowly down. Bend the knees. Inhale. Your legs like two roots. Two roots emerging from under the heart. Okay. So we're going to go down now, but could you step onto your blanket? Okay. So your toe joints are on the blankets, the heels are on the ground. Rooting down through the heels. As we exhale now, let's fold, slide the hands down as far as you can feel the stretch in the back calves. Keep the spine pretty straight. Inhale. Rising up. Rise all the way up if you like. And then exhale. Go down as far as you feel a stretch in the back of the calves. Inhale, upward go. And exhale, down. Okay, we're going to hands down, frame that left foot stepping off the blanket and circle right toes back. So you're circling your foot out to the side and back, right? In a lunge. And there's a bit of space between my feet, right? So my toes aren't right behind the heel. There's a bit of space here between the thighs, right? Inhale, reach the arms up. Straightening both legs. And now as we exhale, go down. Knee almost touching the floor. Go down really deep. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go down. Bend the knee. Inhale up. Now, the next time we go down, we're going to hold it. Exhale down. Stay. Stay with the knee. Inhale, just the arms. Inhale up. Exhale down. All right, it makes it very intense very quickly. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale, both hands down to the ground now. And step the left leg back. Step the right leg back. And could you come onto the tops of your feet for pointed plank? Right, keeping the pelvis lifted. And as you exhale, can you tip? So you're turning at the pelvis and tipping your left hip towards the ground. Isn't that fun? Inhale, come back. Exhale, right hip towards the ground, just tipping it. We're going to do that once more to each side. Inhale to come back. Exhale, tip. Inhale back to center and exhale, tip. Inhale, center, tuck your toes under, bend your knees, elbows, and exhale, up, tail up and back. Woo! Feel the power, right? Inhale, bend elbows and knees nice and deep. And exhale, send the tail up. So take a couple more breaths like that, but could you really focus on the breath that we did at the start, at the beginning of the class? You're inhaling, breathing deep, and exhaling, emptying from the perineum. Another breath. Exhale, sending the tail up. Okay. Step the feet together. Dip your right toes in the water. And with your in-breath, circle around. Exhale. Now, we had a nice wide distance between the feet on the other side, so let's take that. I'm going to step my left foot to the left a little bit more, so I have that nice wideness here on this side. Inhale, up we go. Straighten the legs. And exhale, down, deep. Now you may need to look down for stability, for if you're struggling with your balance. Inhale, up we go. And exhale, down deep. Okay, and if you're working with an injury, you might not be going quite so far. Inhale, up. And this time we're going to hold it. Exhale, bend the knee, deep down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up again. Exhale, down. Isn't this exciting? Inhale, up. We're not moving the leg. Exhale, down. And then hands down. See if you can circle the left leg out to the side to come back to standing. Inhale, come up halfway. Now lift the toes, lift the toes. And as you exhale, put your toes down. Right? Feeling your feet. Inhale, your tail goes back. Lift the toes. The head reaches forwards. Exhale, put your toes down. And last breath, inhale, up we go. Lift your toes. And exhale, toes down. Right, so now we're going back with the left leg. Dip your left toes in the water, circle back. Keep a nice wide distance between the feet. Right, up again we go. That's the inhale that takes us up. So now a twist, right? Our old familiar under the rest. You're under a rest, twist. So you're turning to the right. You're turning to the right. You're under a rest, right? Exhale to fully open the arms and inhale to come back. Right, 2 more times. Exhale. Turning the heart. Yeah. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knee nice and deep now and hold it. Right? Can you inhale, reach your arms, bend the elbows. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale. Oh, exhale, open the arms. And last one, inhale. Sparkly fingers. Exhale, open. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, down again we go. Okay, so I'm taking my hands to the inside of the foot and then circling my leg back. Adjust your feet, adjust your hand. Come onto the tops of the feet. You love this, don't you? Exhale, tip your right hip towards the ground. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left hip. Inhale, center. Exhale, tip your right hip. Inhale, center. And last time, tip the left hip. Inhale, center. Tuck the toes under. And come back. Come back on your knees for a minute. Spread your fingers. Inhale, pick up the palm of the hand. Exhale, put the full palm down. 2 more times. Fingers spread, fingers on the ground. Inhale, just pick up the palm. Exhale, put it down. And one more time, inhale, picking up the palm. And now as you exhale, send your tail up. Send your tail up. Take your feet a little bit wider. Inhale, bend elbows and knees. Exhale, send your tail up. So coming back to that deep breath, breathe deep down as you bend all the limbs. Exhale, send the tail up. Take your feet really close to each other, maybe feet right together. Just check that they're in line with the hands. Inhale, bend your knees and your elbows. Breathe down deep. Exhale, send your tail high. Let's do one more breath like that. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're getting ready to come forward. So circle your left toes out to the side. And I'm making that space between the feet again. Nice wide distance between the feet. Distance through the side, if that makes sense. So here we go. We're turning to the left now. Exhale, you're under rest. You're bending that right knee deep. Open the arms. Inhale, come all the way back. Reach up. Exhale, turn again to the left. Bend the knee deep. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time we're going to hold it. All right. So you exhale to straighten the arms. Inhale, just to bend the elbows. Exhale. Looking at that left thumb. Inhale, bending the elbows. Exhale, straightening the arms. And inhale to come back. Reach up. And then exhale, hands down. And we're going to circle the left toes around. Whew. Maybe put your blanket under your toe joints once more. Inhale, come halfway up. Lengthen your spine, exhale. Just go as far as you like. Inhale, as far as you feel some sensation in the back of the thigh, in the back of the calf, I should say. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Now, remove the blanket. Right, we're going to inhale, come all the way back up. Woo. Yeah. Okay, hands on the hips. We're going to put the root down now through the left leg. Maybe a tiny bend through the knee. Can you imagine a root growing, just one big thick root, which attaches under the heart and to your 5 lumbar vertebrae, to the side of the vertebra, through the pelvis, through the femur, the thigh bone, through the knee, down into your heel, and you're rooting way down into the earth. The right leg lightly floats. And we're going to, like a dog peeing against a tree, we're going to invite the knee to come out to the side. Right, this is the peeing tree. Right? Take the knee back. Now, if you're working with an injury, we're inhaling to come forwards. And you know what? You might be taking several breaths here. Just be conscious of your breath. If you're working with an injury, you might prefer to keep the leg a little closer to the ground. Same action though with the hip. Right? The next time we go back, I'd like for you to hold it. So take your time, really taking in each moment, right? Asking your leg to hold you. And when you're fully back, you might open the arms wide. I'm opening mine into my tree. Thumbs to the periphery of your vision. Hold it. And then slowly come back. Reach the arms up. Woo! Let's put the heel down. Reach your spine up out of the pelvis, out of both legs. And exhale. Open your arms. Leaning forwards. Lovely. Inhale up. The spine lengthens up out of the roots. Exhale. One more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. That's it. Inhale, reach up. Come off the back heel. Come off the back heel. We're going to drop the right hand down. Not the right hand, the right heel. So we're turning to the side. Right? Your left toes are pointing straight ahead. Okay. Now, let's relax everything. Lift the toes, bend the knees, and then pushing through the heel. Little toe side edge of the feet, straighten the legs. Big toe joint pushing down like you're growing your roots down through the legs, through the feet. Two more. And inhale, push. Feeling the weight through both legs. One more time. Exhale. And then inhale, like you're drawing water up the roots. This time put your toe pads down. Can you feel the power of the legs? So then rise up the spine. The legs are straight. And we're going to flip the front palm, the left palm up. Inhale, up and over. So right palm to right thigh. Exhale. Inhale, up and over. Exhale. Inhale. So the legs aren't moving here practically, right? We're just keeping those roots as they are. Inhale to look down, and we're just going to lift the toes. So this is a straight trikonasana. Inhale, look down at your toes, lift them, and exhale, look up, put your toes down, and rise your spine up. Inhale, look down, lift the toe, and exhale, look up, put your toe pads down. Inhale, locking down, lift the toe, and exhale, toe pads down. Inhale, reach the arm up. Okay, now could you lift the front toes, and we're going to come down, right? Walk your hands towards the toes, put the foot down. Walk the hands back towards the foot, lift the toes. Take a little stroll. So just breathing, maybe being conscious of your breath, strolling back and forwards. Now some of you might really enjoy coming down a bit lower. Can you see that? So I'm sitting my right bottom down towards the right heel, right? Like a cat, then I have a stroll. Meow. Feel very cat-like. Walk once more. Okay, and then we're going to turn to the side. So lift left toes, spin on the heel. Okay, and then take a little stroll in a circle. Forwards, back. So you're shifting the weight of the pelvis in a circle and noticing how your feet adapt to that. Okay. Now, can we stroll towards the back? Back. So I'm spinning now. I'm facing my right toes. You're going to come up from here. So come up with the upper body. Hands on the hips. Lean forward. Come onto the tippy toe, the back tippy toe. And see now if you can bring the heel in and circle the knee around the side. Come back to standing. And exhale, put it down. Nice and light. That's it. I can see everyone's backs. That's great. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. If you want to come back to the front or change around so you can see me, if you're confident enough in what you're doing, stay where you are. So just balance the weight of the pelvis, head, spine, 2 roots of your legs growing down. So what we did on the other side is we floated. The left leg now floats up. The roots growing down through the right leg. And it will feel different. It will feel different to the other side. So just be curious about that. We're a peeing tree. The knee going out to the side. And then the knee coming back. And you could be doing this with your breath. Maybe inhaling to go back. But don't rush yourself. If you need to take several breaths, take several breaths, being conscious of your moment-to-moment experience. Now maybe the next time you circle back, we'll begin to straighten the legs. So take your time. And my standing knee is bending a little bit to adapt to the moment-to-moment shift in weight, shift in movement. The leg might go back, the hands coming out to the sides, thumbs to the periphery of the vision, lifting the back leg up. Whoop, and I fell out of it. So if you fall out of it, see if you can come back to where you were and then slowly come in to land with the foot. Foot touching the floor. Put the heel down and reach up. Yeah, feel the power of the legs. Yeah, power of the leg. Exhale. Leaning forwards, extending the spine. And you're really rooting down through the legs so you can extend up out of those roots. Exhale. Going forwards. And now this time, inhale. Reach up. Lengthen up. Drop the left hand. Okay, so we're taking the left hand back. You will probably need to pick up your left heel and just adjust the foot as you open the hips to the side. And just make sure your right knee is pointing roughly in the same direction as your toes. And also the back knee. Is it going kind of in the same direction as the toes so that your knee joints feel good when you bend them? Okay, and we're simply going to let the wind out of the body. Bend everything and relax the muscles. And then inhale as if you're drawing water up the roots of the feet. Up the legs, nice and slow. Up the spine and down the arms. And then we pour it all out again. So lift the toes. And inhale, push, pushing. Can you feel the weight, the pathway of weight through the roots? Exhale, go down again. Inhale, drawing the water up the roots of the legs, up the spine. And I can feel a tremble in the legs. Don't know about you. It may feel different to you. Now, stay there, and we'll flip the right palm up to the ceiling. Inhale, up and over. So now the legs stay pretty straight here. Just letting the spine bend in the wind of the breath. Inhale, up and over. Exhale. Spine extending out of the roots, out of the legs. Inhale, up and exhale. This time we'll stay. And just lightly touching here, or maybe lower if you feel you'd like to go lower. So now simply with the arm up, inhale to look down, lift the toes, and exhale, put your toes down. Rising up, so feeling the connection of legs and spine. Inhale, lift the toes, put your toe pads down, zip up the legs, up the spine, extending spine, out to the side. Inhale, look down, lift the toes, and exhale, toe pads down, zip up the legs, up the spine. Lovely. And now with your next in-breath, reach up. All right, come off the toe, the left toes. Drop the hand down. Okay. And then we're sliding down the legs. I'm leaning towards the back, the left leg. Yeah. And then taking a stroll towards the right, putting the right foot down. And then walking back towards the left foot. Keep it going. Nice little stroll. I'm exhaling back. And inhaling as I go forwards. And you may want to play with what we did on the other side, sitting towards the heel. That's it. Maybe your cats on the crowd. A couple more times. Have a little play. And that's it. And maybe last time. Back towards the heel. So walk forwards again towards the right foot and then spin, lifting the right toes, spin on the right heel. And take a little circular walk now, shifting the pelvis forwards and back. Right. Okay. Changing direction. So noticing how the weight shifts in your feet and how intelligent your feet are. So many tiny little bones. They really crave alternative surfaces. You know, so if you get a chance to walk around your garden in your bare foot, or maybe in your favorite nature spot, go ahead and let your feet explore. Right, we're coming back to the front of the mat, so I'm spinning on my left heel. Coming up to standing, hands on the hips. So we're going to lean forwards with the head, lean forwards into the leg, come onto the right tippy toe, heel to bottom, and then circle knee, peeing tree out to the side. Woo. And then foot down. Whew. It's hot. It's hot in Belfast. Okay.
Now you may feel like just shaking your tail a little bit. Jelly roll the bottom. Shake the thighs, right? Knees in and out. Maybe just pick up the leg and give it a good old shake. That's nice. Carol shaking out the arms as well. Woo! Oh yeah. Okay. Nice, Carmel. Carmel's kicking out. I like it. Get that out there, Carmel. Okay. It's fun. Okay. So roots down. Let's play with just a little. We did this maybe for the past 2 weeks, have we? Curling the tail between the legs. Pushing, but really pushing into, when I curl my tail forwards, the pelvis curls, goes with it. I can feel the change in the feet. The weight comes a little bit more into the big toe joint. And if I push through the big toe joint, then I can follow the wave up the spine. Oh, right. Tail back. Curl it between the legs. Pelvis goes with it. If you like, you could put your hands on the low back. Extend up the spine, pushing through the feet. Make sure your low back is happy. There's no compression there. And have a little play with it. Push down to feel that wave up. You may feel confident enough to do it without the hands. You may be getting enough length through the low back spine to go deeper into the bend if your spine loves that. Woo. Lovely, everybody. Involving your shoulders and your arms. Wow. Okay. Right, we're nearly ready to come down. I did ask you to get a stack of blocks going on. I don't know. Those of you who joined late mightn't have heard me talk about this, but I've got 2 yoga blocks here. And most of you have done this with me before. It's just releasing all that charge out of the leg, right? So I'm standing on my 2 blocks or your stack of books, pretty close to the wall. Right? And as you're standing close to the wall, don't go, flop into that right hip. Right? So I'm standing on my right leg. I'm making sure I put my roots down, and muscularly, the legs attach under the heart to the diaphragm. The psoas muscle attaches under the heart to your 5 lumbar vertebrae and then thread down. So we're using that root to support us on the standing leg, and then just inviting the opposite leg to dangle, relaxing everything. Right? We're barely, it might swing a little bit, but it's a dropping. Can you let it drop? Oh, you let it, like you're growing the leg out from under the heart. Relaxing all the exterior muscle as well. The thigh, the hip. Oh, maybe make a sigh out. Ah. And it could be a nice place for you to circle toes if you enjoy that. Maybe draw some figures of 8. I'm still releasing. I'm still releasing. And then come down off your high horse and take a few steps. Right? Maybe pointing the toes and feeling through the big toe joint. Spreading your toes. Or you could put the heel down and roll from the heel to the ball. Heel to the ball. Which one is more exciting for your foot? And then come back and do the other side. Right, letting go of the other leg. Oh. So make sure that the standing leg is really supporting you and you're rising up. So the spine rises up out of the roots like a branch of your tree rises out of the trunk, out of its roots. Oh, the leg dangles, the leg dangles. Blah, blah, blah. And I love to do this, those of you who cycle, and I better add a disclaimer. But I like to do this. When I'm going down a long, slow hill on my bike, just dangle one leg and let it swing a little bit. It's a nice feeling. Ooh, only do that if you're an expert cyclist. Come down off your high horse and have a little walk. Maybe with the feet, the ball of the foot having a feel of the ground. The ball and the toe joints exploring the ground. Oh. Oh, light legs touching, spine rising up, arms dangling. Okay. Okay. So the bad news is it's almost Shavasana time. So we're going to come down to the ground. Let's come down through our squat, right? Knees over ankles squat. Okay. So have your feet wideish, about hip distance or shoulder distance. Knees over ankles. Keep your knees over your ankles and sit your bum up. And then push through the heels, come up. Oh, so we're charging again. We've discharged by dangling, and now we're doing a little bit of charge. Keeping knees over ankles. Push through the heels. And then maybe next time we'll come all the way down. Oh, right. And you may wish to keep your heels down or heels up. Yeah. And you can try going for a little duck walk here with you. So when I meet you in the park, we will do this. We will greet each other in this duck walk. Turning around. I don't know where I'm going. Okay. So it's almost Shavasana time. I'm going to come down into a rolly twist, but feel free to do whatever you would like to finish with. Before the rolly twist, maybe just a little cat-cow, tail up, head up, and exhale, rock back towards the heels. Just to ease out any tension you might have in your low back. Ah. So I'm going to guide you through my favorite rolly twist. If you don't want to do it, if you want to have a play with something else, please go ahead. I'm coming all the way onto the belly and onto the forearm. If you have your rolled up blanket, this would be good for it. You can use it. So I'm on your forearms and I'm straightening the right arm. Left fingertips towards the right fingers. Take your right knee out to the side, 90 degrees. And we're going to slide left arm. So you come onto the shoulder and rest on your left shoulder and rest hip, left hip. I've forgotten how to speak now. So the head, I'm bringing my blanket under the head and just arranging my head. Where's my head? In line with my tail. Hips might stack a little bit. Hands together. And then top fingers trailing the ground, drawing an arc. And I'm just going a little bit and then coming back. Letting my head roll, letting the head roll with the movement. Going this back as far as you like. You might lift this knee a little bit to help the shoulder come and rest on the ground. If you want to pause there, you could pause there. Or keep going in and out with your breath. Now I'm shaking my tail while I'm here. And it might be nice to draw some figures of 8 with the tail. To get some movement going. So through the rest of the spine, get the belly moving, soft belly. Drawing some figures of 8 with your tail. It's your tailbone, of course, but maybe you're imagining a 5-foot long black and white stripy tail, or maybe an orange tail. I've just changed color and it's changed the sensation. Okay. And after you've had a little play on that side, you can come back and I'll guide you through the other side. Going back onto your side, draw the knee in, come back onto your forearms. All right, let's take the left knee out to the side first, 90 degrees. Straighten the left arm, thread right arm in under and come down on the right shoulder. Align your head and your tail. Palms together and begin to circle. Okay, I'm going to adjust my blankie. Rolling back. Rolling forwards. So you circle back as far as you feel comfortable to. Let your head roll with the movement. And you can lift the knee a little bit away from the ground if you would like to bring the left shoulder blade closer to the ground. And then if you like doing a little bit of a tail play, right? Okay, I'm going to imagine a different kind of tail and see if that It changes things for me. I'm rearranging my shoulders a little bit on the ground so I feel more comfortable. Maybe some figures of 8 with the tail. And your brain might be saying, well, I don't know how to draw a figure of 8 tail. Just have a little bit of a play. Right? Just tell the brain, I'm having some fun. Thank you very much. Maybe that was a bit rude. Maybe you need to be nicer in your speech to the brain. Sensing and feel. Keep the belly soft as you have your tail play. And then when you feel ready, you can come back. So it's Shavasana time. Yay. And of course, you could still be playing with something else. This is actually quite nice. So just giving my legs a bit of a crisscross. Actually very pleasant. I'd recommend it. But you might tonight, since we did all that work in the legs, it might be nice to put your legs up the wall if you like that. I see Anne is joining me. Do you like that, Anne? It's cool. We invented something there. You might want to put the legs up the wall. It's something I love to do it. I love to do it every day. I put my legs up the wall. But if you're not into it, just lie flat. Get yourself as comfortable as you can. It may also feel nice to pop something in under your hips to raise the hips. And if you were menstruating, that mightn't feel wonderful. And of course, the thing about putting your legs up the wall is I like to push my feet into the wall and roll down the spine. And to me, that feels amazing. Unpeeling the spine vertebra by vertebra. I can feel the weight in the the back of the shoulders, and in the head. The back of the neck is not touching the ground. The shoulder blades like feet. Ah. All right, so get yourselves comfortable as possible. And I'll guide you through your relaxation. So as you're lying down, begin to feel through the back body. Your back body's connection to the ground. And maybe visualizing the earth itself. Your body's position on the earth.
And that visualization is a great way just to inform the body that it's fully supported here. It's completely held by the earth. So it has no reason to hold on. So inviting the body to let go as we travel through the landscape, sensing and feeling your head. Allow your head to be heavy. Allow its weight. Invite the bones at the back of the skull. Maybe imagine them widening and softening a little. And then come to the forehead. And relax the skin on the forehead. Maybe imagine yourself as if you were smoothing out a sheet on a bed. You're smoothing the skin on the forehead and allowing that sense of relaxation to go back through all the sheets, all the layers of tissue, skull, brain, bring your attention to your eyes. And imagine your eyes like two stones that have been cast into a pool of water and is slowly coming to rest. But finding the ground and resting into the eye socket. Bring your attention to your jaw. And allow the jaw to hang, to drop away from the upper part of the skull. Maybe the lips part. Relaxing the lips. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Let it rest heavy into the lower palate. Maybe even invite the tongue to retract into the lower palate. begin to travel down the throat. Relaxing from the top of the throat all the way down. Relax vocal cords. Travel out through the muscle and skin of your neck. Relaxing muscle and skin of your neck. Travel down into your shoulders and letting go of your shoulders, allowing the weight. Allowing the weight of the upper arms. Allowing the weight of the forearms. Relax your wrists. Allow the weight of your hands. Relax the palms. Allow the weight of your thumbs. Allow the weight of index fingers. Allow the weight of the middle fingers. Allow the weight of the ring fingers. Allow the weight of the little fingers. Now, can you imagine the heart and the lungs dropping and resting towards the spine, towards the back ribs? The flesh of the back body widening to receive the weight of the heart and lungs, spine, ribs. Imagine the diaphragm widening and spreading, this great dome of the diaphragm. And as that happens, the organs underneath the diaphragm, they loosen, unstick, drop and rest towards the back body. Traveling down through the intestines, Imagine yourself unraveling the roots of the intestines. Smooth like ribbons. And travel to the inner belly, the inner wall of the belly. As if you were unsticking the organs from the inside of the belly. And travel all the way down to the inner rim of the pelvis. Unsticking the guts and the organs. And travel up through the inner back wall of the pelvis. Getting a sense for the low back spine and the pelvis resting into gravity. Traveling out through the flesh of the hips and the bottom. Relaxing. Going through all the onion layers of pelvic floor. Relaxing. From the reproductive organs on the inside. All the layers of tissue. Relax the groins. And beginning to travel down the legs now. Relax inner thighs. Relax the outer thighs and bottom. Relax front and backs of your thighs. Relax your knees. Kneecaps, backs of the knees, and inner knees. Relax calves, backs of the legs. Relax shins. And relax your ankles. Traveling down into your feet. Relax the heels. Relax the soles of the feet. Tops of the feet. Relax big toes. Relax second toes. Relax third toes. Relax fourth toes. Relax fifth toes. And rest the bones. Rest your nerves. Rest your skin. Let your whole body rest. So sensing and feeling your body's connection to the ground, to the earth. Taking a moment to check in with the weather of sensation. What sensations are arising and passing over the landscape of your body? Watching your body breathe. Just watching how your breath is moving your body. And as you inhale now, expanding your attention to fingers and toes, opening fingers and toes. And as you exhale, relaxing toes and fingers. Inhale, opening fingers and toes. And exhale, relaxing. And continue in that rhythm, slowly awakening sensation in the fingers and toes. Allowing your movement to gather momentum. Maybe eventually that movement becomes a reach of the arms overhead, or reach down through the feet, whatever feels good. And then gently drawing the knees in towards the belly, towards the chest. And you might take a moment to have a little rock and roll. Eventually coming all the way onto the side and resting. And just feel your body's connection here to the ground. And slowly coming up to sit. And as you sit, separating, inviting the bottom, the two halves of the pelvis to separate and spread away from each other. Allowing the weight of the pelvis And I'm doing a Pana Mudra, right, which is 2 middle fingers to thumb. This is actually yoga. It's to stimulate the downward moving energy, which we've been working with tonight. Drop the guts into the bowl of the pelvis. Maybe imagine them like roots growing through the pelvis, over the dome of the perineum, into the ground, into the red earth. And you're growing your root base in all directions. The pelvis like the trunk of a tree, resting on the earth. And your spine like a branch. So can you find the very beginning of your branch in behind the guts and rise up, travel up with the front of the spine, vertebra by vertebra, but still having that rooting down sense, rooting and rising. The shoulders and the arms drop down, maybe like branches of a willow tree, they drop down away from the spine. And the head rests on the top of the spine. Allow your breath to travel down as you inhale, down into the bowl, relaxing the contents of the bowl. And as you exhale, emptying your breath from deep in the bowl. So we're going to use that breath to chant our 3 final Oms. Take a nice deep inhale. Oh. 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 So namaste.